to do the thing that I'm in the process of actually doing.
Amen.
It's like you handing me a glass of milk and me going, hey, could you hand me that glass of milk?
Yes. 22 years.
Oh, wait, all right, so I didn't know if my synopsis was going to, like, make your family angry or not, but I usually don't.
They're saying, no, they're saying amen. They've lived with me 22
No,
years.
he's like, you're cool as shit, but you need to ease up, is what you need to do. Well, you've eased up a little bit, apparently, you know. So let me go back to that. This is, this problem that I have with, more so being pitied than taken seriously. I've had to force a few people to take me seriously, and when I actually, when I actually go knives out like that, basically, it's not pretty. My parents are scared to death of me. I told my dad, I told you, I started a web page, or a Facebook page that I used at one point to throw an election. I wanted this woman out of the Commonwealth Attorney's office, and I also didn't want my friend's mother, who was also running for the position, to win either. So I found a way to make it just collapse. People come and try to do, they're hicks, and I've been on the internet. The internet's nasty. They came to an internet fight against somebody who knows way more about internet. I've been fighting on the internet since '96, so they don't know what they're doing. They've all been on the internet for 5 years maybe. So what happened was somebody outed me, which was, I kind of wanted to happen anyway. It was a fight. You never start a fight you always start fights that you know you can win. Meaning, I didn't care if they found out who I was or not, but I pretended that I did, so that that's the issue that they would run around and try to figure out while I was doing other things. So in the process, my parents were, approached in public. I told my father it was about to happen. I said, you need to say that you don't know anything about it. And my dad's like, oh, I can't lie, blah, 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 blah. And at some point after, because dad just doesn't understand. And he's really kind of an innocent person and very pious in a way. But he was just curious, I think. But curiosity killed the cat. At some point, he starts getting upset with me. And I got to say to him, I was like, I told you what to say to avoid this, and you didn't do it. And that was that. So, I've just had this problem of being taken seriously by my family, and they just seem to pity me more than, and because, you got the one kid with the mind control programming who's got the awesome, famous job now. And then what am I? Some fucking asshole in a fucking basement?
Those are all the people that are coming awake. The ones that are really threatening them and scaring them is the black sheep of all the families who resisted the programming but still have the genius, because some of it they couldn't resist when they were real small.
I mean, because as it exists right now, I could destroy my family's name in front of, I could burn the fucking bridge and just be like, fuck, and the memory will be dead. Okay? So we can either memorialize Grandpa, or we can bury his drunk-ass memory into the ground. Because my grandfather was a powerful man, but he was a drunk.
Yeah, that's how it is. I have a friend called Nina. He was one of the co-founders of a political party in Scotland and England, and he was a psychiatrist. And see, the UK, MK Ultra went under the radar. We made America be the fall guy. And she's got such mixed feelings because she loved her grandpa. He used her, he programmed her. She wasn't gay, it was a program, but he beat the girlfriend up. He was a bastard, but it's called trauma bonding. They do it through people that we adore and trust and love and look up to and idolize. That's trauma bonding. That's Mengele at his best.
And that's probably why sometimes I'll do the same thing to other people. That's why
I've thrown my family under the bus. It took me 50 years. I reported my father after 50 years, but it killed me, and I blew the whistle about my grandfather in 2008, and 150 family members cut me off for doing it.
You know what's weird? You know what else is weird? My parents don't have good, creeper senses. Like
It's been
there was a man in our church, and he was very great big dude, and he was like a very sweet guy, and he had like a nice girlfriend, and turns out he like raped the preacher's kids in their butts.
Yeah.
And this was a man that was in our house.
Yeah.
That at one point tucked me and my brother to bed. And I remember, this isn't getting gross, that they asked us, and I remember this, had he ever done anything to us, and we told them no. Because I remember going back through my memory bank and but that's just one of possible people that, and I just have been lately freaking out about my grandmother. She's about to go, and I need to fucking tell her I don't know what. But when she goes, this competition between who raised the best kids, like, just don't understand. They just don't take me seriously. So do I have to burn this little shit? Do I have to do I have to like burn my family and burn this little motherfucker too, so he can sit the fuck down?
Well, I think some part of you has been willing to tell the truth, because I prayed and you showed up. So I believe God's got his hand on you, so the likelihood is you're coming out. You know, the likelihood is you're waking up, and you don't have malice. You don't want to...
I'm awake.
No, I know you're awake in a lot of areas, but I don't think you fully realize the program that you've been fighting for 30-something years. And I knew straight away...
programming me right now.
No, one conversation I had with you, I knew you were a victim, and you were not yet fully embracing
The only thing that I can point a finger at is the television.
Have you got any blanks in your childhood? Have you got any... Do you remember everything really clearly? Or is it like, you know, my son will tell you the first 12 years are just a blur. The thing I underestimated was the level of drugs that they had developed. They make Rohypnol look like child's play. Sulpolamine and the drugs they've used on children to memory wipe, the drugs and the electroshock treatment. Because I always thought, I'm so genius, there's no way they could get one over on me. I didn't take into account the drugs.
I mean, you have to understand, when you break down my, from... Oh, Jesus. I was in, you see his teeth? See that?
You got beautiful teeth. You got a beautiful smile.
Thank you. Let me tell you something. I will wear the PTSD from having those braces on for I had braces in my face for 5 years. I went to the orthodontist for over 10 to look like that.
Yeah, they use
my
dentists.
My mouth. Well, I'm trying to explain something to you here. The day-to-day with me, now that I'm an adult and can control my own environment, I realize now was a very dramatic very prison-like environment, especially at school. School is mean. The ride to school would kind of make me nauseous with the driving and the diesel fumes. When I would get off the bus from the ride home, 90% of the time I was to the point with breathing diesel fumes that I was my hands and stuff were starting to tingle. And because my parents were, my dad's the son of a doctor, and there's all this expectation that I be like them. There was always this pressure to say that there was nothing wrong with me, like I was some kind of an angel kid.
Yeah.
Like I told my parents I needed glasses in 3rd grade. They told me I was just trying to be like my dad, that I was just trying to be like the neighbor kid. And as it turns out, I mean, I was a lot more blind than I am now. I do eye exercises. And every time I go in, the doctor's like, dude, your eyes are better. How did you do that? And I was like, I do eye exercises. And they just don't even know what to do about that. Anyway, So and then I was. It would be easier for me to list the family members who didn't abuse me in some way.
Yeah,
But the ones who really didn't get their licks in were the only two I could think of who were actually sweet people, were overtaken basically by mean narcissistic men, and now they have this like I don't notice the Stockholm syndrome in their personalities. Like, bitch, I went to an amusement park with you when I was 3. You know, I had very clean, pure energy when I was a little kid, and the world has just heaped its shit all over me.
Yeah.
They didn't. I mean, my mother basically abused me because my grandmother wanted me to be successful. I should shoot myself in the head in front of her.
Please don't say things like that. There's a lovely meme that says there's no such thing as a black sheep. It's just the most sensitive one who internalizes all the family dysfunction.
It's her.
And then acts out. So
wait a minute. So if sort of machinations was that man up to then? Like, if this has to be Grandpa's fault. Let me ask you this: would a woman browbeat kids and just put it in their head that the only men on earth have money? Those are the only men? Like, I'm a boy, I guess.
They started this latest phase of it after World War II. So mostly we can track back that our grandparents were who started it, the patriarchs of this.
It was the Great Depression that made my grandmother like that.
Well, usually what they do, their MO, once they have the generation that were the peers of the Nazis and all that, then they engineered who your grandfather married. So they would have selected a woman that was exactly as she was. They would engineer who they had children with.
America used Hitler.
Yeah, I know. He knows all that too. He's very
brainwash other people hating other people.
Yeah, there's loads of it. But the bottom line is, it's probably...
I've talked to Fritz Springmeier.
Yeah, he's cool. So they probably orchestrated who your grandfather married.
How can you possibly speculate?
Well, because I've done a lot of work on this, and I know
they met in a hospital. They were both medical professionals.
Yeah, but they had ways of orchestrating that shit. They did. I promise you. They orchestrate who people breed with.
The love drug.
They can release drugs that make somebody have an instant attraction to somebody. Like, I had nothing in common with my son's father, but they knew he was a Disney and I was a Power, and they wanted to play with that. And so I ended up having
to ask you about your last name.
Yeah, I married. There was the Disney's. It was Disney. It was
That's
made.
Right. Well, that's a big red fucking flag right there for me.
Yeah,
like, how do I know you're not fucking? You're trying to fucking kill me.
Yeah, I know, and I have the same thing going on with you, because in one of your interviews you did that at the beginning. I rebuke this in Jesus' name. Right at the beginning of the video last Sunday.
I stole my shirt.
Well, you did it the other way, which is very Illuminati, and then you said, yeah, you did it like that.
Angie, you go. Listen, I know every piece of I've ever put out. I've never done this on camera. So you go screenshot that, and I will give you everything I own. I've never done. I did this on my shirt, and I did it once on a book that says Freemasons because I'm mocking them. Well,
yeah,
you're turning into them. You just see what the comment section does. You can't tell that I'm joking when I do shit like that.
No. It's just you got to take as well as take.
I don't care if I live or die. You think I give a shit about cults and taking over the world?
No, I'm just trying to tell you.
Look, as far as the universe goes, we live in the boonies, man. We are really out in the sticks. The Milky Way is way out somewhere, and we are on some dinky arm stuck out in the middle of nowhere. This is the Earth is a redneck place, man.
The other thing said, even though I laugh about it, but somebody flagged it at 22 minutes in the first video last week, or even yesterday. You have these Freudian slips. Now, I totally am willing to believe that your Freudian slips are either taking the piss or they're just nothing, right? They're just Freudian slips from programming breaking out, right? But you said in the interview recently, this acting gig I'm doing, that's the only thing that seems to be going well. And so people could think, right, he's acting like he's a truther, but he's actually on assignment. He just doesn't know he's on assignment.
I've lost 2 girlfriends, my self-respect, and my family's respect fighting for truth. I don't fucking care what anybody thinks. You go look at my track record. Go ask my friends about me. Okay?
No, I trust you. And it's the same with me. But a lot of people...
No, I'll give you a list of... I will... Look, real quick.
I don't need to.
I'm just going to put it in your email box. Look at it when you want. I'll show you my letters of recommendation and my resume.
But I get the same shit because my name is Disney and because I've got some heavy Illuminati...
to you, didn't I? I didn't judge you for it and say, oh, I'm not talking to her.
No, I'm not judging you. It's just, it helps. When I tell you things you do that I get scared about, if I tell you, it takes the heat out of them.
Did you not watch the Paul Joseph Watson video where I said my dream is to be an actor in a movie or edit something or work on a movie? Like that's what I would like to do.
When you send me a link,
here's my script. Look.
When you send me a link, I always watch it, but like
my script that I'm working on right now, I'm Martin. This is called Martin. Okay? Like, yeah, I want to be in a movie. I'm gonna shoot this found footage script that my friend in Australia wrote. All right? Yeah, I want to be an actor, but okay, go ask my dad if I'm playing about any of this shit.
No, I think I do trust you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be wasting time talking to you. I trust you. And every now and again, something leaks out and it freaks me. The same as you can say, why is your name Disney?
Look, I don't even know you, and I would gladly stand in front of a gun and take a bullet for you, because that's me. I protect the spirit. Okay. So, like, to hear you, like, say you're scared of me, I'm just like, well, fine, be scared of me.
No, I'm not scared of you.
You should be scared of me. I'm fucking dangerous.
Look, I'm not scared of you. Occasionally, I get stuck in the fear, scared of them pulling your strings.
Yeah, they might fuck with me, but I didn't really get put on this earth to be a little bitch boy and get sent to bed in front of my family all fucking embarrassed to go do homework that doesn't matter so I could one day grow up to be a empty-souled, like, narcissistic lawyer.
Yeah, I get it.
But I guess on the other end of that, I get to panic and freak out and not eat and have friends that are insane and just
I'm not insane. I'm
getting to the point where I'm down to a bazillion acquaintances, but I've got it down to, like, I got one guy friend and basically 2 girls that I hang out with, and that's it. And I'm trying to get rid of them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much done with James.
If in a lifetime you have 5 friends to trust, if you trust 5 people in a lifetime, that's fantastic. You only need 5 good friends. But, so no, my instinct tells me you're cool, and occasionally you freak me out, and that's just human. That's just human. So anyway, my boys are here. I am anxious today. I do get PTSD, but I'll get over it. Because they don't realize, right? I rented my house out for a year, but they don't realize that God's one step ahead of them. Because my boys are going home on Thursday, and we've changed direction. My younger boy is going to drop out of college and do like an apprenticeship where he studied privately.
Study what? Jousting?
No, he's a physical therapist.
I'm fucking with you. Jesus Christ. Jousting? Come on, that's hilarious. Jousting? He's gonna...
Okay, the boys are laughing. There you go. No, so the truth is I needed my house for my kids. And my tenants are moving out on Thursday, which is the exact day my kids need my house. So anything they throw in the works like a spanner, they don't realize, you throw me a lemon, I'm going to make lemonade. So that's it. I know you're busy. Yeah, the couple of things I wanted to tell you confidentially, and so to save you watching the links, because you're even more...
what is that noise?
My computer's booting up again. It's old as shit.
Oh shit! It sounds like water's running.
Yeah, well, last summer I had a targeted burglary where they stole my $1,000 camcorder, and they stole my laptop, and they stole all my tech to stop me working.
Do you want to know something funny? The other day I stopped at a midway point in my travels, went back to a restaurant where I'd eaten with a friend the day before, and I guess just absent-mindedly, I left my car. It was in a really nice town. I left my car door open on the driver's side. It was not like me to leave a door open, but on the driver's side, I go back to the car. I'd been in there like an hour, and my camera and everything was in there, and nobody touched a fucking thing. So
Yeah, that used to happen to me all the time. I never locked my doors, and I left my car keys in the car.
yeah.
But last summer, when I really things were heating up with Hampstead, got robbed. But that's okay. So then somebody gave me this shitty one because they felt sorry for me. But there was something I was going to say. Oh yeah, the confidential information I got told last night was that the mother is back in the UK, and the father, Ricky Dearman, the one that you want to track, has the children and is planning to take them to America imminently.
Well, somebody, I don't know, we can probably get people to spot them out.
Yeah, well, we've got some pretty cool IP people who are tracking his location, and it's been between San Francisco and London, San Francisco
Well,
and London.
what's stupid about him is that he's got the bug, you know? You know what I'm saying? He's got the bug. He's got the acting bug. So he's not going to be able to shut his fucking mouth and stay under the radar. He's gonna come over here, and he's just going to make it easy pickings for Rupert. I've actually got some of his videos. You know how hard it was? How does he have an IMDb for some piece of shit film that you can't even fucking watch anywhere that I had to go find cut up on YouTube?
He's a pimp for the elite. He's like Jimmy Savile. He provides children for raping and sodomizing and cannibalizing.
You know, so they seem to be into this. Never mind. I can't do this to you.
No, don't, because I'm very fragile today. But he's like the modern day Jimmy Savile. He's the pimp, and he's the snuff movie distributor.
That's gross, man. Can you get me in touch with the IP research people that dug up his porn shit?
I sent you a link to it, but you were always too busy to check the links.
Again, I'm not going to let you stick that on me. That's not it.
Okay.
It's just
I'll send it to you again.
All right. I'll just stop until you're done interrupting.
Good luck with that.
I told you how I work, and you still, look. I have been a private percussion instructor for almost 20 years, okay? This brain here is the one that's going to make whatever it is that we're going to make. I'm telling you how to plate my dinner, Mom. Like, how I got to have it. I don't want my carrots touching my peas, Mom, or some shit. I'm going to ask you for stuff based on things that you've told me. And I
can't cope with another narcissist.
Bennett, can I just, Jesus Christ, look, I've told you how I need it. You're sitting here bitching about how I'm doing it. I don't know what else to tell you. You're being a classic woman. I've told you exactly what I need, and you're just like, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. You're not cooperating with me. I've had enough of this shit, all right? I don't need this negative feminine energy dominating me and stuffing me down. I'm not doing it. So do not browbeat me about how I'm working. If I have to ask you for something 2 or 3 times, you should just oblige me. If that's not okay, go find somebody else to help you with this. I don't care. I work a certain way. I have a goal in mind. But you're just, you have what I want, but you're throwing up these hurdles when I'm asking you for stuff. Just give it to me. Stop asking why, what, where. Just give me what I ask for when I ask for it, and stop making me feel like shit for it. Okay? It's how I work. I don't expect you to understand it. Not like anybody you've ever met, and I'm sick of explaining myself to people. Proof's in the pudding. See this right here? Here's my trophy. That's Paul Joseph Watson's email on a wall. That was a game of chess that I won. I beat him at the internet. I made him shut up and give me his email address.
Rupert, the reason why it's powerful for men and women to come together to bust this, because they've spent 50 years trying to confuse men and women so they don't need each other, right? The reason that men and women cooperating is what will bust it is not because I just jump to attention and facilitate you. It's because we both cooperate. And to be honest, I've had a year of hell working on Hampstead. I've had to recreate the will to live, and I have separated myself, having raised my children. I was in a place where I would rather be alone than have another narcissist in my space telling me what he needs and what's wrong with me.
All right, peace then? Peace, is that it?
We need to learn to cooperate.
All I said was, don't get mad when I ask you a second time for something, and just cooperate with me. That's all I'm asking. That is not difficult. I do it for, look, I've pulled up the Eli Cook Primitive Son video I produced probably 30 times to paste it to people, okay? I'm sick of it too. I'm tired of clicking and copying and pasting and trying to get people to understand, all right? So I understand what you're saying. All I'm asking is just give me that one thing. That one look. Just stop. You keep picking. I keep showing you and you're not looking. It's not how I do it. I look at something like this for a second and I set it down, and then I look at this, and then I look at this, and then I look at this, and then I'm like, all right, which one of these things is first and which one affects the other? See, my father was a business process re-engineer for the Pentagon, meaning he goes in and he goes, all right, this is where shit isn't working right. We'll fix that. So I have that kind of mind. So I have to scan over shit first before I'm not gonna. You don't know the order I need things in. So I'm letting you kind of give me a menu of what you have, and then I'm going back through and asking you what is in each dish that you might be serving. You're the waiter. I'm the consumer. I'm eating this. So I don't want you to throw it. You're throwing it all on my plate and asking me why I haven't eaten it yet. I don't even know what any of it is. I haven't even looked. What is this? What is this? What is this? Can't just throw it down there and do what you want. That's how I work. So I'm looking at a little bit of what you've shown me and always focusing on whether or not this is real. And it's always pursuant to that. So every artifact that you come up with, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, how does this fit in the larger puzzle? So what you see is somebody, you're sitting here accusing me of not focusing energy on this, when in fact I am willing to redirect the course of my entire life for it and have demonstrated so. And struggling here, obviously, I have a very good attitude about not eating enough. So let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
I would say for somebody who's constantly hungry, I'm holding it together pretty well. Hang on, I'm almost done. So let me examine the buffet and scoop out what I want and put it on my plate. And I need you to help me with that. And if that's if like my learning process and my creative process is a problem for you, I don't need that. I've already had that. That's why I do lone dog shit on the internet.
I'm willing to grow and learn stuff I don't know, and all I ask is the same of you, is that you don't think you know everything and everybody's just got to do what you tell them, because I'm trying to make you look good. I'm trying to put...
Wait. This has nothing to do with what you just said. This has to do with me being inundated with information and asking you to streamline it. You're now attacking me as a person. I'm talking about our process specifically. Let's argue the point. Let's talk about the process like this is a job. Let's not get emotional.
Okay, well, I am emotional.
Okay, that's fine. I've got to be the one with the level head here, okay? I have to be the one focused.
Okay, and I've got the pearls of wisdom that you can change the world with.
Nobody has I don't know why you're re-qualifying yourself. I've already told you that you have the information that I want. Why are you still qualifying yourself to me?
It's not about the information. It's not about the information. I feel
This is the job. We are talking
I
about
feel
the dispersal
dominated
of
and squashed.
information.
I feel squashed and disrespected is how I feel.
Trying to
I
get
feel
you.
squashed.
That's your. I guess that's your massive ego taking a hit because somebody else does something different than you.
No,
Yes,
it's not that.
it is. Yeah, it is.
Well, if you say so. Okay, it's my day off. I try and have a day off.
This is what everybody else does.
No, I
You're
feel
gonna
like
either work
crying.
through this with me
feel
right
like
now,
crying.
or that's it.
I feel like
Not
crying.
even this hanging. So yes, or the question is yes or no. You can be a little bit more sympathetic to how I need the information dispersed, or you can sit here and tell me that I'm an asshole for not doing it your way. Two choices, you pick. Help stupid Rupert, or tell Rupert to fuck off.
Rupert's not stupid at all. Rupert's not stupid at all. Neither am I.
You can think about it if you want. I'm gonna go hang my stupid head in shame. All right, how about that?
No. There's no shame needed. But I feel like crying my eyes out. So this is not empowering.
Man, I've had enough. Like you not cooperating me on something I think is very small. I just think it feels like abuse.
Right. Let's put our feelings to one side. Tell me again, what's the link you want?
Well, I have the 2 links that I need right now. I have enough on my plate. What I'm asking for you is to stop telling me I'm not spending enough time on this. It hurts my feelings. You hear my voice? You've hurt my feelings, and it's a lie. That's a lie. I'm not working on this. Okay,
I appreciate the huge 180 that you've done, or 360 that you've done to get to grips with this. I appreciate that. Believe you me, I appreciate that. And what I would like from you is not to be put in a box. And you know, that. So you don't need any links from me. If you do, let me know. I'll send them, even if I have to send them 10 times, because I understand you're busy and this is a year's worth of research. So if you need anything, I've got your email now. I'll send it. And I do appreciate that you have done a 360 and said, yep, I'll help. And I appreciate that. Okay.